Hi guys, welcome back to the Anokye's channel. If you are a new subscriber, hi, welcome to our channel. We are the Anokyes and we make lifestyle videos. If you're an old subscriber, hi guy, hi girl, thanks for sticking around. We really appreciate you watching this and still being a subscriber to our channel. So yes, as you can see, I don't know why I'm nervous. Whew. Guys, I feel nervous. I feel a bit stiff. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. So the elephant in the room is that Mickey isn't here with me. Okay, today we're doing a solo video. It is just me. My husband Mickey isn't here with me. That it's because I'm in Sheffield and he is in Edinburgh at the moment. The reason why I'm in Sheffield is because I'm here for work. I graduated not long ago. I graduated a few months ago. I graduated in September, and I graduated in September, and I've been looking for a job in Edinburgh since. But I had already applied for a job in Sheffield before my husband and I got married, because I think the idea was for us to settle in Sheffield, but then later on we changed our mind and decided to live in Scotland instead. So I mean, after graduation I've been seriously searching for a job in Edinburgh. But the thing is, you know, when you study in a particular area, it's easy for you to get a job in that area because all your placements and everything is in that area. So everybody assumes that you have that experience, you know how things work in that particular, area or city. Edinburgh and England is quite different, especially when it comes to their healthcare, how their system runs, how they run their healthcare is a bit different. Even their mental health is slightly different from that in England. So it's been really tough trying to find a job in Edinburgh. So I just decided to pick up this job. Well, I had this job for a while, but I was holding on to it just in case I don't get a job in Edinburgh. So this is why I'm in Sheffield, guys. So I'm Sheffield based mainly for work. So my husband and I are doing this long distance marriage thing. I mean, it's just like being in a relationship, because when we first started our relationship, it was long distance. He lived in Edinburgh and I lived in Sheffield, so we already kind of used to it, and we tend to see each other at least every 2 weeks, so it's not really much of a big deal. He's busy in Edinburgh with work and I'm busy here in Sheffield with work, so it works. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm a mental health nurse. So I specialize in mental health. So yeah, if you want to know more about my course, how I started, how I got into it, leave a comment down in the section below and I'll do like a separate video for that. So yes, so in this video, the main thing, the reason why I'm doing this video is to talk about marriage, because we celebrated our first year marriage in September. So our anniversary is the 28th of September. So we celebrated our anniversary just last month. So we're supposed to do this video actually together, but we never got around to do it, because every time I made up my mind to do it, something happens and I change my mind, or maybe I'm not even feeling like doing it. I just want to just have a chill day and stuff, and vice versa with him. So we just put off this video for a long time, so I just decided to do it here in Sheffield, since I'm here and I need to, do something to, to be busy. Okay, I need to keep myself busy, so I just decided to do this video, now, but with just me. I'll make him video his own separate one, and then we'll maybe upload that later. So first year, it's been our first year anniversary, and I honestly enjoy being married. I never thought I get to say this. I never thought I would ever feel this way, because before I met Mickey, I didn't honestly, I wasn't really thinking about marriage, that deeply. I mean, I knew I wanted, settle down someday with someone I really like, but I never really thought about getting married, anytime soon. Okay, I was more focused on building a career and, doing me, and just focusing on me for a few years, I guess, before getting married. But it happened, and I fell in love, and I decided to get married. But it's been a wonderful journey. I really enjoy being with my husband. I always say this out. I don't know, every time I talk about him, I have this smile on my face. I can't control it. I love Mickey very much. Oh my god, I love my husband. So I'd just like to talk, a little about what I learned about myself in marriage. Because come on guys, when you get married, you notice that, like, you're not on your own. So I'm used to being on my own most of the time. I'm not used to having to share my space with anyone else when I'm at home. So I live with my mom. Okay, I live with my mom here in Sheffield, but then, like, she's busy, I'm busy, so most of the time, like, I'm on my own. She works at night, I work during the day, so we keep missing each other, most days. But most of the time I'm by myself, so I'm used to, like, being by myself. Okay, and I'm used to having my own space and not sharing my room or my space with anyone else. So being married literally means, like, sharing sharing everything, so you're sharing your space, you're sharing your food, you're sharing, like, money, everything, every day. 24/7, unless you're out to work. Okay, so one thing I realized was that I love sharing my space with my husband. He's not the annoying type of, roomie who, there's some people, come on, like, guys, there's some people you're just so hard to stay with, because they're so different. You have different personality, you have different way of doing things. But with my husband, like, we're not that different. We kind of like the same things and do certain things similarly. So there wasn't a lot of difference when it came to, like, living together. Like, he cleans after himself. That's number one thing. That's one of the things I like about him. He cleans after himself. I'm not the most cleanest person in the world. And I don't expect him to be the most cleanest person in the world. But when it comes to basic stuff, like, he already knows. So there's no need to, like, crash there. So when it comes in terms of cleanliness and stuff like that, he is quite good. So I don't really have a problem in that area. Another thing I wanted to talk about is I don't know how to say this, but when you first get married, as a woman, as a wife, you tend to have this gender role thing. what a woman is supposed to do, what a man is supposed to do. So like women cleaning, cooking, stuff like that. You know, I mean, I felt like I needed to do that. I'm expected to do that. I'm supposed to be able to do that on my own. Okay, I felt like I was a superwoman when we first moved in together. Okay, so I was doing everything. I was doing cooking, I was doing cleaning, I was like literally doing everything. And mind you, I just finished my degree, so I'm at home most of the time, you know, whilst I was waiting to get a job. So I'm doing everything, like morning, afternoon, evening. Okay, it's not like I'm not used to doing stuff like that. I'm used to doing stuff like that when on my own, when I was living on my own. But when you living with someone, you know, the work doubles. Okay, so now you're not cleaning after yourself, you're not doing things for yourself, but then you're doing things for someone else. Okay, when you're doing things for yourself, you tend to not really take your time to do it. Like you don't really put too much of an effort into it, compared to when you're you know, doing something for someone else, because you want everything to be nice, presentable, you know. so that was it. So I was like, I thought I was superwoman. I would wake up in the morning, make breakfast, and when I'm making breakfast, like I will make, like, you know, an African breakfast. I mean, mind you, I never used to like cooking African food that much until, you know, I met my husband, because I learned from him that he liked African food. Okay, he liked African food. I'm a very like I'm more adventurous when it comes to meals than him. Okay, so I like to try different things, and I like meals that don't take too long to make. Okay, because I'm always hungry, and when I'm hungry I need something fast, something easy to cook, you know, something I can take with me on the get-go. So he likes African food. Okay, so I will spend the whole day, trust me guys, cooking African food is not easy. I mean, it's not like I don't know how to cook. I am a good cook. I would say I'm a good cook, because most of the people that, you know, eat my food, you know, always compliment how good my food tastes. But African food on a daily basis, it's stressful. So we had to, you know, I struggled in the first week, because I'm not used to living with someone else. I'm not used to cooking all this food, you know, on a daily basis. So I found myself cooking every day. I'm someone who doesn't like food that is stored in the fridge for days. Okay, we had to develop a system that worked for us, like after that first few weeks, and I learned that I couldn't do everything by myself. I needed help from him. I remember there are times where I'll be in the kitchen and he would come wanting to help, and I'll be like, no, I've got this, I can do this on my own, because I have that mentality. I'm a woman, I'm supposed to be doing this by myself. Okay, he doesn't need to be here because this is my job. Okay, but guys, it's okay to ask for help when you feel like you need help, and men should be able to be willing to help. I mean, he will come to the kitchen most of the time and ask, oh babe, sorry guys, my hands are really dry and I feel like I need to moisturize. So he will come to the kitchen whilst I'm cooking and ask like, oh babe, is there anything I can help with, you know, let me help you. And I'll be like, oh no, I've got this. Then you see me in the kitchen, like literally doing this, doing that. Like, it was a bit too much. I mean, at the end of the day I feel so exhausted, and it was just too much. So from there onwards I just realized that no, I need help. Yeah, I need help. I didn't realize that, like, you know, women who are housewives, I need to applaud them, because it is not easy. It is not easy running a house on your own, cleaning. You have to share it. You just have to. If you got a guy who is willing to help out with the household chore, please let him. Okay, if you've got the help, utilize that help, because there's no point you working yourself too hard, because eventually you will break down, and that is not going to help either one of you. So it's important that you accept the help where you can get it. Okay, so yeah. That's one thing I really thought about, you know. So I just started, you know, accepting help from him from then onwards. So he, every time, and I hate doing dishes, and he loves doing dishes, so sometimes he would do the dishes, I cook, and then he would do the dishes. That was the best way for him to help me. I'm okay, you know, being attentive to the food, because, you know, I like cooking but I don't like doing dishes. So that was what he used to help me with. So accepting help and knowing that you're not a superwoman, you can't be a superhero. If you feel like you can't take on all that on your own, ask for help. Okay. And another thing that I enjoy most about being married is not feeling lonely. Okay, it is nice to have someone you can rely on. It is nice to have someone you can open up to, you know, talk to on a daily basis and not feel alone, always having a laughter rather than like being on your own all the time. I mean, like I said, I'm used to being alone, and sometimes it gets very lonely. Sometimes you just need someone to hold you, to touch you, to, you know, have a conversation with you. It's nice to want to come home and talk about how your day went and stuff like that, and just, you know, being around someone, it's nice. So I enjoy that aspect of that. So yeah. I enjoyed not being alone and having Mickey there whenever I need him, and he's got my bag, I have his bag, and it's just perfect. Okay, right. Another thing I enjoy about being married is when it comes to finances. Okay, it's not right if you're dependent on your own finances. I mean, I've never had problems with my finances, so I know I've been able to manage my finances from the get-go. My finances is okay, like, you know. But then when you have another person's financing coming in, I don't know how other people do it, but we have our own money, but then we have like a joint savings account. So for instance, if you're on your own and you save, maybe you're saving £1,000 a month, okay, your husband extra savings to yours doubles it. So it makes things a lot easier, because now you're able to save more than less, and you're able to do a whole lot of things together. Okay, so it is nice. It makes your bank account look like, oh my god, like, yes, we got money, you know what I mean? Because now your income is coming from two sources and not just one. So savings in marriage is I like it. I like it. And another thing that I enjoy about marriage is having different being one. Okay, so I have goals, and then he has goals. He has his own goals, and then we have our own goal. Okay, being able to support each other to reach our goal is one of the things that I love so much. Okay, Mickey is someone who plans. He's a planner, and I'm also a planner. I like to plan my life in such a way that I know what I'm doing. Okay, there's a goal that I have to achieve on a weekly, on a monthly, on a yearly basis, and he does the same thing. So as being together has really helped me achieve my goal easily, because we support each other and we encourage each other, and sometimes we inspire each other. Sometimes when Mickey is able to, achieve a certain goal that he set for himself, okay, it also encourages me to want to also achieve my goal, okay, and he encourages me, and I do the same thing. Another thing I want to talk about too is that marriage is what you create. You have the power. God, it's so difficult to talk. So you literally have the power to decide. The two of you, you and husband, so Mickey and I had the power to decide how we want our marriage to be, okay? Everybody's marriage is different. The way me and Mickey, create or choose to live our lives is different from another person, okay, another couple. You have to create your own marriage. You have to create your own environment, your own world, your own, your own home. You can't copy someone's way of life and incorporate that into, it's different. So far as you feel like it works for you, that's fine. But we have to be ourselves. Me and Mickey have to be ourselves, and we're always ourselves. And when we're together, okay, we created our own little things, okay? So in certain marriages, they think, okay, they will decide that, oh, this is what the man should do, this is what the woman should do. I used to think that, but is it working for you? Is it making both of you happy? No. So I realized that gender role thing wasn't working for us at all, because I was exhausted, I was tired, and I needed help. We live in UK. UK is not like Ghana, where you can afford a house help to help you around. No, you have to do everything yourself, basically. Getting help means paying extra money, and a lot of money, and we don't have that kind of money. So helping each other, being able to help each other is what we decided to do. So we decided to help each other in different aspects of our day-to-day lives. So it could be helping each other in the kitchen, helping each other when it comes to financials and stuff like that, and helping each other when it comes to making decisions. So it's very important. I think that it's very important to have that in mind. You have to create your own marriage. You have to create what you want your marriage to be like. So yeah. So the next thing that if you see me looking down, I'm just reading some of the notes that I created so that I don't forget what I had to say. Another thing I enjoy about my marriage is communication. Communication is something that we recognized that we needed from the start of our relationship before we got married. Communication is key, guys. You need to be able to communicate your feelings. None of us are psychic. We can't know what the other person is thinking if the other person doesn't tell us, okay? I'm not psychic. I don't know what's going through his mind, okay? So this is why we need to communicate. We need to communicate because we're still getting to know each other. It doesn't take a day. It doesn't take 1 month to get to know someone. It takes a long time to actually get to know someone, and the best way to be able to get there is through communication, okay? Communication solves a lot of problems, trust me. Assumption will destroy you, will destroy your marriage, will keep you unhappy. So reducing that kind of assumptions and communicating our feelings and everything that we needed to say to each other is what is helping out. We're not good at it, don't get me wrong, we're not perfect at it. It's something that we're daily working on, and so far it's been good because it prevents a lot of arguments, because now we don't argue like we used to. So now if there's anything, we just sit down and talk about it, and you have to be respectful to each other, because sometimes the way you the way you approach certain situation, or the way you communicate certain things, will has to come from a respectable background. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. You have to respect each other to be able to, like, that way you're able to, like, pick your words carefully and making sure that your words doesn't hurt the other person. You have to communicate respectfully. Okay, so communication is something that we learned from the get-go. Respecting each other is something that we learn from the get-go. Sometimes when I'm speaking to Mickey, it's like I'm speaking to my dad, because the same respect that I have for my elders, my dad, it's the same respect that I have for him, and vice versa. Okay, because if you don't respect each other, trust me, you're always going to fight, you're always going to have disagreement, and you would not be happy in your relationship. So the next thing I also want to talk about is you need to put God first. You need to put God in the center of everything. Putting God in the center of our marriage is the best thing we've ever done. Okay, sometimes people forget that life skills, everything you want to know about life, including, you know, your approach to marriage, you know, finding solutions to certain problems, it's all in the Bible. Me and Mickey often do these Bible studies. We do it almost every day. We do it every day, actually. Yeah, sometimes we do it in the morning, sometimes we do it in the evening. So I find that it works well for us when we do it in the evenings. So we do like a, you know, nighttime Bible studies in the morning. If I'm already awake, I pray and I leave. If he's already awake, he prays. But when we're both up at the same time, we'll do, you know, a little Bible studies together, and before we leave the house. So putting God in the center of everything works. It works wonders. Okay, I'm not necessarily saying, like, you know, that some people, like, they believe in God but then they don't really follow the teachings of God. You know, everything from reading the Bible, from doing Bible studies and stuff like that, we noticed that there are a lot of things that we were so unsure about. There were a lot of answers. There were a lot of answers to a lot of questions that we had previously that we're able to find from the Bible. The Bible is a powerful tool, guys. It's a powerful tool. You don't need, it's like, everything, life skills, life lessons, everything is in the Bible. Everything that happened in the past is happening now in our current world, but in a different way. But when you look at the approaches that, you know, people in the Bible used, that's what for them is the same approaches that we're using now, and it's working for us. Putting God in the center for everything makes a huge difference in our marriage, and being on the same page and knowing that this is our religion, this is what we believe in, helps us a lot. It helps us bond really well, and it helps us make decisions that doesn't really affect either one of us negatively. So another thing too that I wanted to talk about is keep dating. Okay, so even though, like, we're married, we still go out for, like, nights out and stuff like that. You know, we still go out we still do, you know, those dinner dates, you know, anniversary dates and stuff like that. You need to keep that, what's the word, you need to keep the romance. You know, you need to keep on romancing each other. You need to keep on showing love to each other. And I've seen certain marriage couples who get married and that's it. They don't want to do anything with their husband, don't take them out. You need to keep doing that. You need to make your relationship feel new. So that's one thing we as a couple we still do, and we've made up our mind that we're gonna keep doing that, because every time we go out, every time we have a date night, we still feel like, you know, we're in a relationship. You know, I don't know, our relationship feels new, feels refreshed, you know, it makes us happy, you know what I mean, and it makes us even love each other more. All right, so date nights, plus we do date nights, we go on holidays, and we keep doing them. We try to surprise each other every now and then. That helps spice up things in the marriage, because don't forget, you're going to be with this person for a very long time. So you want to keep things interesting, you don't want to keep things too boring, you know what I mean? So date nights, okay. Yes, the thing I want to talk about is that it takes a while to actually get to know someone. You need to take your time to enjoy that process of getting to know each other. Like, it's not a rush, okay? Marriage is not a rush. You don't want to rush to do this, you don't want to rush to do that. You're in a relationship, we're in a relationship for the long haul, okay? This is someone that I really, really, really like. This is someone who's like my best friend, okay? So I taking my time to get to know him is something that, you know, because I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Sometimes when you're with someone, you feel like you learn something new every day about the person. That's how it is without marriage. Sometimes if you might feel like you're not really, you know, the person that much, but then people change, so you have to be able to keep up, you know, get to know them as they change, okay? So getting to know someone is a long process, okay? It doesn't take a day, it doesn't take a month, it doesn't take 2 years, it doesn't take 3 years. It takes a long time. And we do change, change as we get older. We do change as we experience certain experiences. Our mindset do change, okay? So it's about keeping up with those changes so that you fully know the kind of person you're dating. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I know there's a lot of things I really wanted to talk about, but I really had the time to. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down in the section below. Let me know which part of the conversation you really enjoyed. Let's have a conversation there. Let me know what you've learned in your first, second, third, fifth, 10 years of your marriage with your spouse. Let me know, you know, how things are going with you guys down in the section below. Let's make this, you know, comment section below very interesting with conversations. I hope you enjoy your day. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.